Israel rejects ceasefire plan, Marine helicopter crashes, and a historic year for cicadas. Good afternoon. This is Veronica with WCAT Live, your perfect source for news and weather. Today's newscast is brought to you by John's Pop Shop, where burgers are flipped and memories are made. In international news, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken left the Middle East on Thursday, with public divisions between the U.S. and Israel at perhaps their worst level since Israel's war against Hamas in Gaza began in October. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the war would continue until Israel is completely victorious and appeared to reject outright a response from Hamas to a proposed ceasefire plan. Will Pakistan see a new government? Former Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif expressed confidence his party would win national elections on Thursday, a vote that has been marred by violence, deep political tensions, and the imprisonment of a popular contender. A day before the election, at least 30 were killed in bombings at political offices, and sporadic attacks on Thursday appeared aimed at disrupting the balloting. The violence, political feuding, and an economic crisis have left many voters disillusioned and raised questions about whether a new government can bring more stability to the troubled Western ally. A deadly military crash. 5 U.S. Marines aboard a helicopter that went down during stormy weather in the mountains outside of San Diego are confirmed dead. Authorities say the Super Stallion vanished late Tuesday night while returning to Marine Corps Air Station Miramar. Efforts to recover the remains of the 5 have begun, and an investigation into the crash is underway. Will Trump be on the ballots this year? The Supreme Court hears arguments Thursday over whether former President Donald Trump can be kept off the 2024 ballot because of his efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. Trump appealed to the High Court after Colorado's Supreme Court ruled that he could be kept off the state's primary ballot. In Chicago, a deadly hit and run. Roads were closed and a police investigation was underway early Thursday in Irving Park after a man was shot and killed while driving. The man, 21, was driving eastbound at approximately 3:38 a.m. when a white Jeep began following him. A man from the white Jeep then fired shots at the victim, striking him in the back of the head. The victim crashed into multiple vehicles and came to a stop after hitting a tree. He was pronounced dead on the scene. The white Jeep fled and continued southbound. A storm of cicadas. Illinois will see a unique situation when 2 massive broods of cicadas emerge across the U.S. this year. The dual explosion of cicadas hasn't been seen for centuries, and in one portion of Illinois, an overlap of the 2 major broods is possible. Sports and weather up next, after a short break. The sound of satisfaction. Quench your thirst and fill your stomach at John's Pop Shop. Come in to try one of our deluxe burgers, a side of chips, and a fountain drink for just $5.99. Or treat yourself to our limited edition Green Grasshopper Milkshake. Located on Main Street, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. John's Pop Shop, where burgers are flipped and memories are made. From the WCAT Sports Desk, even if it's not the game itself, millions of Americans will find something to be excited about when it comes to Super Bowl Sunday. And that's before even factoring in the influence of Taylor Swift. According to a poll, 4 in 10 U.S. adults are very excited for at least one part of the Super Bowl day festivities, whether that's the game, commercials, halftime show, or the Puppy Bowl. Not a super night for the Blackhawks last night. They lose to the Wild 2-1. In the NBA, winners include the Cavaliers, the Raptors, and the Celtics. From the WCAT weather station, today we see a high of 55 with scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon, more thunderstorms and possible hail tonight with a low of 44, but the sun will come out tomorrow with a high of 55. This has been the afternoon report of WCAT Live, brought to you by John's Pop Shop. I'm Veronica. Have a great day.
She's usually in another room on a microphone and the judge only hears her. So this was huge. I didn't want to make you nervous, but she